Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's been a long week. Work's been good, everything's been going good. Good to see everybody's in here. G-Bear Man, how you doing? Seeing Drew's popping in. Anybody that's new to the channel, catching this on YouTube, Twitch, or Mixer, feel free to join in on the live chat Saturday, 6 p.m. Central. If not, you can always catch them after the fact on YouTube. So it's a collection of urban legends, stories, shit that I just find funny. So, is what it is. And everybody ready for some of the first stories? Because some of these, like I said, they crack me up. Get Druce in here to say hi. Let's see here. Cool, I got the bot set up, so now people on Twitch can talk to people in Mixer, and vice versa. Which is kind of good. You're joining me? Well, right now I'm doing urban legends. Alright, so the first one I'm going with. This one here, it's from the HuffPost, and there's a bunch of different things, and there's actually a YouTube video you're going to have to find, look it up, easy to find. It'd be worth it, alright? Oh, it took forever to get Twitch going, huh? Alright, well, it's good to see you're on there. Alright, so I thought about doing ghost stories, possessions, a bunch of different things. And I was sitting there, I was trying to find a bunch of stories about Ouija boards. Things that are creepy, haunted, possessed. What I found is even better or worse depending on how you look at it. Because this lady right here, this lady, June O'Brien, man, I'm going to tell you about her, alright? See, in 1984, she was on the Today Show. She was a guest, and the reason why she was on the show, her toaster is possessed by the devil. Alright? It's a possessed toaster. She has a possessed toaster. See, when she's talking to TV personality Richard Dominic, June O'Brien explains that her toaster talks to her in an evil voice. One that she claims sounds a lot like Eli Wallach of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. See, O'Brien adds that the possessed appliance shoots fire and spits out burnt bread stamped with the words. And I'll show you what the words are here soon, but my god, this lady she's amazing. Because on the video on YouTube that you can still find, her toaster does burst into flames. Alright, it seems like her toaster really is possessed. And they asked her, if your toaster is haunted by the devil, why do you keep it? And her reply, well, it makes great toast. I mean, you can't argue with that. And here's her piece of toast that she claims popped out of the toaster, all burnt. Looks like she carved it in there herself. I'm not gonna point fingers. I'm not here to do that. But apparently, St. Liv's popped out on a piece of toast out of her toaster that she wants to keep because it makes great toast. That right there is the story of June O'Brien from 1984 on a Today Show. Alright? Make sure you check out the video. There's a couple quick minute-and-a-half videos on YouTube. Check them out. It'll be worth your time. Alright? I'm just going to leave it at that. She is a very unique character. But really, it looks like she dug that in the toast herself. I'm not going to say, I don't know, I wasn't there. That is not great toast at all. No, I'm going to agree with you 100%. When it comes to good toast, that's not it. Opposite of it. If toast popped out of my toaster doing that, I would, nope, I'm out. Burn the house down, get a new house, get a new toaster. I don't care how good the goddamn toast is. Laughing and talking in a weird demonic voice toaster. Nope, this ain't Beauty and the Beast. You're out. I'm gone. Alright. Can't do it. So, what we got on next, alright? See, the Daily Mail, Exemplar, and Mysterious Universe all had different accounts of mermaids. I don't know if you guys believe in mermaids. I have an open mind. I want there to be something cool, but then at the same time, See, in the early 1700s, Blackbeard the pirate wrote in his logbook on several occasions that he had seen merfolk, and he told his crew to avoid those areas. And in 1810, there were a pair of mer children that were found near the Isle of Man. One was dead and the other was injured and crying. A local fisher couple took her in until she was able to survive by herself. In 1870 and 1890, several seamen reported several sightings near Victoria and Vancouver, British Columbia. 1943, a Japanese sergeant got word of mermaids being caught in local fishing nets. When he was shown a dead one himself, he tried to get interest from the Japanese scientists, but they just didn't believe him. Then again, in 1967, passengers on a British Columbia ferry claimed they saw a mermaid eating salmon at an entrance to an active pass near Victoria, Canada. So, there are sightings, whether they're credible or not, whether they're mistaking them for God knows what. They're sightings. See, in Zimbabwe, it was reported that two boys who were herding cattle happened to see a mermaid near a dam. And according to a friend of the deceased boys, his companions jumped into the dam and they tried to grab the mermaid because they believed it was just a giant ass fish. And that's when the mermaid pulled them down into the water. So you don't go messing with mermaids. Appreciate all them hosts. Oh yeah. See, there was a statement by one of the chiefs, and he described the alleged scene in the Village 7 near the dam where the bodies of the two boys were found under suspicious circumstances as tales of evil mermaids and abundant and they're taken very seriously there. See, this alleged incident, it occurred on February the 19th in an area near the dam where the witness interviewed claimed that a mermaid had been seen multiple times on the bank recently. No one but the friend saw the mermaid take the boys, and he claimed the mermaid soon brought them back and tossed them onto the bank still alive. Well, that's good that they're still alive. Yeah, I'm telling you, mermaids will mess you up. See, this is when the witness hauled ass off, and he called and ran for help because adults. He needed them. He needed someone there. And when he finally got to the parents of the boys, and they all eventually showed up, he began crying. And according to local mermaid lore, that was their big mistake. See, it's bad luck to cry after a mermaid incident, and bad luck is what happened. According to the chief, the adults, including the parents, saw the mermaid return and pull the boys back under the water, this time holding them down until they drowned. And yes, it sounds unbelievable, but who says two other people? The chief, I'm sorry, I read that ass backwards. See, the chief claims that two other people were reportedly killed by a mermaid near this same location. He states, as a community, we have since performed some rituals to calm down the water spirits. During the ceremony, we slaughtered the beast and we ate the meat without salt. So they ate a goddamn mermaid? Like, okay, so you got something that's mythical that people don't believe exists, and your thing is just going to brag that you didn't use salt? I don't know. Following you there, guy. See, that's a little weird. But right around the same time, there were a bunch of workers working on a reservoir, and it had delays because mermaids have been hounding the workers. scaring the shit out of them. See, that's when they said the only way to solve the problem was to brew traditional beer and carry out any rites to appease the spirits. The two overdue reservoirs are considered essential to the area. They have all the water. So, essential work on planned reservoirs had stopped because of the mermaids. And what was their resolve? Brew some goddamn beer. So they went ahead, they brewed the traditional beer, and they carried out the rites to appease the spirits. And apparently it worked. So I don't know if you guys believe in mermaids, but apparently you need to eat them without salt and get them drunk. According to the story. I don't know how much I ain't buying that one. Not having it. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Mm-mm. So, the theme I'm kind of going with tonight is shit that's in the water. Because I like to kayak, I like to be out adventuring. A bunch of things that I enjoy doing. But it has to do with water, pertains with water. So these are things that I enjoy. Alcoholic mermaids. Yeah, you don't want to mess with no alcoholic mermaids. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. Alright, so, dragons. You guys want to talk about dragons? Dragons are a great thing to talk about. You get upset, talk about dragons. Make you feel better. Just pointing out the facts. A little factoid. Alright? But right now I'm going to tell you a little story from metro.co.uk. Alright? And I'm going to tell you about this woman. See, she's a trans-species woman who identifies as a reptile and has spent more than 42,000 pounds turning herself into a dragon. Yes! Out of all things, you're going to turn into a dragon. That's so badass. Alright. So, Eva, a transgender woman from Texas originally, it looks like, believes she's the most modified transgender person in the world. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. See, Eva's journey to becoming a dragon started while living as a man. She was diagnosed with HIV. She became determined not to die a human. So she left her job as vice president at a large bank, and she began to morph into the reptilian form she had always longed to have, claiming that after being abandoned by her parents at the age of 5, she was born again under the care of a western diamondback rattlesnake. Nope, I was cool with dragons. You lost me at snakes. See, I was right up there with you. Like, dragons, yeah, fucking wings and fire dragons, and you went and snakes. Can't do it. Can't do snakes. See, Eva began her transformation with a series of skull tattoos, followed by having her nose reshaped, her ears removed, and the white part of her eyes permanently stained green. All of that cost an estimated 42,000 pounds. But Eva plans to have further modifications in the next coming years. So she has 2 mothers. One's her original birth mother, and her second is her birth mother reptilian. Yeah, You don't do the rattlesnakes, I'm telling you, lady. I was cool with dragons. Now you got birth parents that are rattlesnakes? Nope. See, she hopes that her story is going to help other people. Which, I hope it does. I hope it inspires somebody to be themselves. And not only those who have gone through hard times, but also people who have lost hope, she goes on to say. And I myself know what it's like to be at that point. Before my transformation, I was vice president of one of the largest banks in the US, and I left when I became HIV positive. I feared I was going to die, and my big thing that I thought was, I just didn't want to die in this world looking like a human. And as much awesomeness and goodness there is in humans compared to other species, they are the most destructive and hateful. So I decided at that time that it was time for a change in my life, so I wanted to look like something that wasn't human. And you know what? I think she accomplished it. Right now, she has 8 horns on her forehead. She had her ears removed, like I previously noted, along with the nose being reshapen. Most of her teeth have been removed. Along with her eyes, the white parts being stained green. She went ahead and had her tongue cut in 2. Her whole face is tattooed. She's had scarification and branding on her chest and wrists. Eva is sharing her story to help others who feel they may need a change in their life. She identifies as a trans species, no longer identifying as a human but as a reptilian. She says, I would like for there to be an open dialogue about the world of body modification and understand what it's like to live as a gay man for 53 years, and now as a transsexual woman, she says. There are a lot of misunderstandings about what it means to be transsexual, and then further than that, something that I'm introducing, an idea of transspeciesism. So, she got her nose modified, horns, ears cut off. She is trying to look like the dragon. See, you've heard of not one to die a virgin, but see, I'm with you. I've heard of people in movies and I don't want to die a virgin. Okay, it's a movie. But this brings it to an all-new thing. They thought they were going to die. They wanted to do something memorable for themselves, so they turned themselves into a dragon with rattlesnake parents. I'm telling you, like, I was cool with the dragon part. I was all kinds of cool with the dragon part. You lost me with the rattlesnakes. I can't do the rattlesnakes. See, that right there. That's where you lost me. So anybody out there who wants to turn themselves into a dragon, you got some competition. There's somebody out there already doing it. So, going with our what's going on in the water. Like, I don't know, there's creepy shit in the water. Like, I like water where you can see the bottom. Unfortunately, in the Midwest, everything's murky and muddy. Which I'm going to tell you about this next one. This from Texas Cryptid Hunter, Denver Michaels, Unexplained Mysteries of Mysterious Universe. See, I'm going to tell you about the Oklahoma octopus. And you're saying to yourself, well, shit, there ain't no octopus living in Oklahoma? Tell that to the locals, because according to local rumors, there is a swift and deadly killer that stalks several man-made lakes in the Sooner State. See, Native American legends going back over 200 years tell a strange aquatic creature that has taste for human flesh. This beast is described as being the size of a horse with reddish skin and long arms or tentacles. It has been said that a dramatic rise in drowning incidences have occurred under unusual circumstances. And they do have many Oklahoma residents believing that their lakes are being stalked by an underwater predator. Some have claimed that this mysterious creature is a type of freshwater octopus. I'm under the understanding that there's no such thing. That's where I'm at with it. I think they have to have salt water. But I'm not a scientist. So, according to the Army Corps of Engineers, office in Tulsa, as of 2008, the occurrences of drownings were happening at a rate not seen since 2001. The Oklahoma State Patrol reported in mid-2008 that there had already been a 40% increase in drownings in 2007. See, a heartbreaking incident occurred in 2007 when a boy had swam too far from shore and started to go down. As the boy struggled to stay afloat, he cried out that something was pulling him down. A rescue was attempted, but his body was never recovered. Most of the claimed sightings of the Oklahoma octopus have been reported from within the depths of Lake Thunderbird. Most of the witness reports typically revolve around sightings of a fairly significantly sized tentacle seen breaking the surface of the lake. Many skeptics do argue that a large catfish, as opposed to an octopus, is most likely to be responsible for the mysterious deaths occurring in the lakes. If you've ever seen like the Mekong cactor or catfish, god damn, they're freaking big. Like I can see one of those like swallowing somebody. So if they got one of those in the lake or just something like that, no, I can see a catfish grabbing a hold of somebody and taking them down. Man, those things will eat anything. But that's what some people think it is, just giant ass catfish, which is still creepy as hell. That doesn't make it okay. Swimming in lakes. See, but as with many such mysteries, it is unlikely that we can ever entirely rule out the possibility that an unknown type octopus could be lurking in the depths, waiting patiently for a hapless swimmer to pass overhead. So, I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. Do you think there's octopus out there in the United States swimming in lakes? I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know if there is or isn't. There could be. But in case you're wondering, on December 1st of 2003, there was an Illinois resident, John, and he caught a fair-sized octopus that was clinging to one of the gates of the dam at Lake Conway. See, John was fishing when he spotted the octopus and he grabbed it. The catch was confirmed by the Arkansas Fish and Game officials, who said they had no idea how the octopus found its way into the reservoir. So there has been one confirmed. Maybe it was thrown in the water by somebody. I don't know where somebody in Arkansas just got a live octopus thrown a lake. But they have been found. So yeah, that's definitely keeping out of creepy ass waters. I don't want to get taken down by no octopus. That's just bad news right there. So many things in the water. I don't even want to think about there being like octopus or mermaids. That ain't even. Nope. Alright, so my next story. What I like to do every week is I like to give the title of Honorary Florida Man. This guy's honorary because he doesn't live in Florida. If you were a true Florida man, God, he would be living in the great state of Florida. But unfortunately, he missed it. He doesn't live there. So I'm going to tell you about this guy, this incident. See. This is from Westward, and there's a couple different sites online that you'll be able to find basically the same story. And according to the Boulder Daily Camera, this incident took place Friday, not this Friday, this is an old story, at a Hanuman festival, which I believe is like a yoga festival. You guys probably correct me. See, this happened when a woman stepped inside a porta potty. I'm sure a lot of you out there, you've been to fairs, you've been to things, you've all seen them, you've stepped into a porta potty. They smell like absolute, like, just nastiness. I don't like them. I hate ever having to, like, use one if you ever have to use them. And this unfortunate lady, she had to use a porta potty. Alright? And that's when she lifted the toilet's lid. She looked and she noticed there was movement in the depths below. Unsurprisingly, she got the hell out of there. She, like, hauled ass ran. And the first man she saw, she asked him to check the toilet. And he checked it. What do you think was in there, guys? What do you think he saw? See, he told cops he saw something moving beneath the tarp in the tank. And after he left the porta potty, that's when he heard the door lock right behind him. See, it was at that point the festival security supervisor decided to wait outside for whoever or whatever had been lurking in the muck to step back into the light. Shortly thereafter, he was greeted by a strange sight. Hell yeah, it's a dude hiding. See, it was a skinny Caucasian dude with dark hair in his 20s. He was standing about 6'5", had cuts on his back and arms, and he was only wearing a pair of gray sweatpants. And the article goes on to say, although the color was probably kind of tough to judge, considering it was probably soaked in poop, which is nasty. Dude climbed into a fucking porta potty. See, the security supervisor reportedly tried to get the man to sit down, but the dude ran off. And nobody's putting any blame on the security guard, because I'm with him. I am not going to tackle that guy. Nope. Dude takes off, he's gone. I tried. Told him not to do it, he did it, and nope. You don't pay me enough. Yeah, how would, like, right there, like, well, the article went on to say it's like between 6'5" and 6'7". So he's a goddamn giant. You had a goddamn giant hiding in a porta potty. He wiggled in there, stuffed down into poop. He was hiding in poop. And the article even said, like, they're unsure how he got into the porta potty. Nobody knows. He wiggled in there. Like, I know in Illinois, they had a convict or a criminal escape, and he tried hiding in a porta potty. But this dude, no, I don't know. Nope. Nope. Like I said, I don't blame the security guard for not trying to tackle the guy when he took off running. Dude all covered in poop, running from you, hiding in a porta potty. Man, that scared the shit out of me. But you know what? I'm gonna look. From now on, like every time you go, I'm gonna look. Nope. And if there's somebody in there, I am gonna fucking tip it on its door. Yeah, he was just chilling with like turds. No. No. I know. I'm telling you, that is it's the worst. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That's just a big hell no. Nope. So, like I said, going with the theme of shit and waters. Like, that was literally shit and waters. But this one right here, that's a shark. Nope. Another reason I don't want to get in the water. Mermaids, octopuses, sharks, big ass catfish, nope. So, according to the Fisherman and Mysterious Universe, we got a bull shark, not problem, but sightings. See, and according to a 1975 book, Man-Eating Sharks by Felix Dennis, he goes on to say, on a beautiful clear summer day in 1955, one beach along the shores of Lake Michigan was packed with people looking to cool off and enjoy the sunny day. And Drew, you're near Lake Michigan, aren't you? I bet you go and you swim in Lake Michigan. Yep, nope, not me. See? So people were enjoying this nice sunny day. And one of these was George Lawson. He was a boy from Chicago. Lawson was out with many others splashing about and swimming off a boat near the beach. And this was when witnesses allegedly saw him pulled underwater. Yeah, see, he told you go in the water in Lake Michigan. See, witnesses saw him pulled underwater, seemingly by something yanking him under and accompanied by the boy's panicked screams. Shockingly, a dorsal fin was reported by several others on the boat as cutting away through the water right after the incident. One man named John Adler managed to reach the thrashing boy and pull him aboard the boat, where it was found that the victim was entirely missing one of his legs below the knee. Adler would go on to say, I just couldn't believe it, but I had to believe what I saw happening right before my eyes. Lawson was rushed immediately to the hospital, where doctors were quick to recognize the bite wound as having been inflicted by a shark. That I don't know if I'm buying. You got Midwestern doctors that are immediately to be like, it's shark bite. Yeah, we're in the Midwest. No. And maybe they did. I'm not. Doctors are smart, so I don't. Maybe they did recognize it from books or something. I don't know. So I'm going to tell you, bull sharks are well known for their spooky ability to easily acclimate to fresh water, tolerating it for long periods and in some cases indefinitely. And they're aggressive as shit. There have been reports of these creatures making their way hundreds of miles inland. For instance, bull sharks have been found up the Mississippi River as far as Illinois, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. In September of 1937, two fishermen, one named Dudge Collins. Yeah, dude, you're badass. Another dude's name was Herbert. So you got Dudge. Like that, you know that guy was just fucking cheek full of tobacco. Dudge Collins and Herbert. See, they began to notice that something was ransacking and damaging their fish traps in the Mississippi River near Alton, Illinois. They at first guessed it was a pretty big ass catfish. And they went about trying to catch it. Because you know what? You're in the Midwest, you got a big ass catfish, you know you're going to try and catch it. And yeah, like I said, Drews, it's not like we got dozens of shark bites here in the Midwest every week. So good on them to be able to recognize that. So, good old Dudge and Herbert, they went on to catch this this giant ass catfish. And apparently the plan worked. See, they began to haul up something very large and very pissed off. They thought it was going to be the granddaddy catfish they all expected it to be. But that's when they instead pulled up a bull shark that measured over 5 foot long and 84 pounds. And they said it was thrashing and biting. Yeah, of course it was. You're dragging its ass out of the water. See, they displayed this in the Calhoun Fish Market where it attracted crowds for days. Although some folks suspected a hoax of it, the catch was considered authentic. Biologists later concluded from photos that it was indeed a bull shark. So I'm telling you, man, these things, they get around. So, and in autumn of 2005, see, shark teeth were found along a creek not far from the city of Minneapolis, Minnesota. These were analyzed and found to be those of juvenile bull sharks, and they were dated to be very recent. When officials went about using electric shocks to stun the river fish in the area to see if they could find the sharks, they were stunned that they were able to capture two healthy juvenile bull sharks that had been lurking there alive and well. These sharks were apparently then sent to the Minnesota Zoo and they survived the ordeal. The whole incident would cause a creek to be closed off to swimming just to be sure and be safe. So yeah, another reason, like right there, 3 reasons you don't want to go in water you can't see the bottom of. Sharks, giant ass octopus, merfolk. No. Nope. And you never think like there'd be sharks this far. But apparently with all the locks and dams and everything, it's a lot harder for them to really traverse. And they do have problems acclimating to the fresh water. But if they're able to, nope, they'll wreck your world up. I am not messing around with sharks or anything. Nope. Telling you, like the whole thing's messed up. You get attacked by a shark in northern hemisphere, Midwest. So we're gonna go on a little bit more of a happier story, all right? And judging by the picture, you're like, "Oh, fucking Kel, that's not a happy picture. That looks like they're towing a car." I know what it looks like. Yeah, I think it would be a little cold for them too, Drews. But apparently they were thriving. That far, yeah, no. Damn sharks. See, this was reported by HuffPost, CNN, a bunch of different people have got some pretty good articles on this. See, a Washington State man, he led police on a high-speed chase. Nope. Alright, and you're like, well, I thought this was going to be a happy story. Well, it's going to be a happy story. Just glass half full kind of story. See, there's an unidentified 51-year-old male suspect from Lakewood, Washington. He is now facing several charges, including a DUI, reckless driving, a hit and run, and a felony eluding authorities. See, this man allegedly struck 2 vehicles before he fled on Interstate 5. He was driving very erratically, so erratically that multiple people called 911. Trooper Heather Axman told CNN. But here's a problem. He may have not actually been the one driving. Alright? Officers said they found the suspect's pit bull behind the wheel after his 1996 Buick crashed. So it could have been his dog. His dog's out there learning how to drive. Now, how could that not be a happy story? See, one trooper reported seeing the pit bull in the driver's seat. But this is where the story goes bad again. Because the owner was in the passenger seat, messing with the steering wheel. And he was steering it from the passenger seat. The car reportedly hit speeds of 109 miles per hour during this chase. And at one point, drove on a very popular trail meant for pedestrians and cyclists. Washington State Patrol Officer Heather once again said the driver told police that he was trying to teach his dog how to drive. That's it. You just wanted to teach that dog how to drive. You know? So, Heather, she goes on to add, I wish I could make this up. I've been a trooper for almost 12 years, and wow, I have never heard this excuse. I've been in a lot of high-speed chases, and I've stopped a lot of cars, and I've never have I gotten the excuse that they were trying to teach their dog how to drive. The officer said the pit bull, whom she described as a very sweet girl, was taken to the local animal shelter. Her owner was later released on an $8,500 bond, according to USA Today. So, he was just trying to teach his dog how to drive. That's it. Nothing like crazy or messed up. He just wanted to teach the pooch how to drive. Yeah, I don't know where Fire Devil's at for that one. He'd probably love that story. That poor dog. Nope. So, like I said, today's theme was just don't go in water you can't see the bottom of. Don't mess with. There's a lot of crazy, creepy ass things. I can't. Nope. You got haunted toasters. Like I don't mess with none of that. Nope. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my Urban Legends series for Saturday. Once again, these are 6 p.m. Central Time. Enjoyed having everybody here. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, like, follow Twitch, Mixer, and join in the chat. We do this live. Once again, I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stock up on toilet paper. And if you do want to become a reptilian, I can't get with having rattlesnake parents. Alright, but if that's you, you do you. And everybody have a fantastic weekend.